Welcome back. It's 6:51. Time for your morning news now. A La Crosse man will spend more than 7 years in federal prison for running a meth operation. 59-year-old Tu Dang Tao was arrested last January after officers found roughly a pound of meth in his car. Investigators say he distributed about 12 pounds of the drug across the country before his arrest. Tao's wife got 5 years probation for helping him. Police are investigating a drive-by shooting in Winona County. They need your help. They say 3 homes in Rolling Stone were hit by gunfire Saturday. No one was hurt. Investigators are now looking for a dark-colored SUV. Crime Stoppers offering $500 for information. Contact the Winona County Sheriff's Office if you have any information. The murder trial of Maxwell Anderson is underway in Milwaukee. He's accused of killing and dismembering 19-year-old Sade Robinson in 2024. Prosecutors say GPS data tracked him to her.
The evidence in this case is going to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Maxwell Anderson intentionally killed Sade Robinson and then sought to have her disappear from this world.
They're using the phrase common sense because they want you to ignore the mountain of reasonable doubt that exists in this case. They didn't find a murder weapon. What weapon was used to kill Sade?
Prosecutors say they plan to call more than 200 witnesses in the trial. And Governor Tony Evers says that he is still working with Republicans on tax cut proposals. We caught up with him yesterday. Here's what he had to say.
They have a huge tax cut, a huge tax cut that impacts a lot of rich people in a really good way from their point of view. It's all about middle class tax cuts for us, and so we're still working on that. I think we will find some solutions.
Evers previously said he won't consider a standalone tax cut legislation. Western Wisconsin's congressman defending Trump's budget bill against claims it cuts Medicaid and SNAP, while nonpartisan agencies like the Congressional Budget Office say at least 8 million people will lose health care coverage due to the bill's Medicaid work requirements. Derek Van Orden voted for the bill and says those requirements will only cut waste, fraud, and abuse, not benefits.
Able-bodied adults without dependents have to work 20 hours a week, look for a job 20 hours a week, have job training 20 hours a week, or educate themselves or be educated, go to an education program for a job 20 hours a week. Not too much to ask. That's going to save a tremendous amount of money.
The bill passed the House last week. Sun Country Airlines is keeping its seasonal flights from Chippewa Valley Regional Airport to Fort Myers. The nonstop service lands at Southwest Florida International and runs Mondays and Fridays from January through April 6th of next year. Packers Family Night at Lambeau Field is August 2nd. Gates will open at 5:30. Fans will get to see a full practice. There's also giveaways and fireworks. Tickets go on sale Monday, June 16th. Great Rivers United Way giving away $1.5 million for mental health programs. The Onalaska-based nonprofit revealed the recipients of its first ever community mental well-being grant cycle. The funding, $500,000 a year for 3 years, will go to local agencies working on mental health.
It involves volunteer support and just the individual, but it also involves all the other agencies, their resources, making good referrals, and finding those things that'll help strengthen and support our family.
The grants were split up between 23 different Coulee region organizations. Wisconsin's Free Fun Weekend is returning June 7th and 8th. The DNR will waive state park admission fees, fishing licenses, and trail passes. You can visit dnr.wisconsin.gov/events for more information.
All right, we're still holding on to some dry air here, so we're not seeing a lot of rainfall despite what you see on the screen. You're looking at this light to moderate rainfall coming off the lake and tracking towards Black River Falls. We've already seen Eau Claire and not much on the roadways just yet. So as the day progresses, we may see some of that come back again to the region just around the late afternoon, early afternoon hours. Temperatures will be on the rise as we go through the next few days. In fact, tomorrow is going to be breezy, sunnier skies as well. Holding on to the weekend looking pretty nice as well. So expect your fog and low cloud activity this morning. Then you've got breezy and gusty winds tomorrow with smoke and haze. Saturday and Sunday looking pretty good with a light rainfall kind of edging a little bit closer to the region, but not in our region, and storms coming in for next week.
All right, thank you, Art. Well, construction isn't just slowing down your commute in downtown La Crosse, it's affecting the local wildlife too. These ducks had to find a new route when construction blocked their usual path. They ended up waddling right past our News 8 studio, taking the long way to get where they're going. That's what happens to us when we come to work, right, Art? We got to take the long way these days.
100%, yeah.
Just like the rest of us, they're dealing with detours until all the downtown work is finished. I love seeing them follow their mom there, the mama duck and the babies.
Oh, cute.
That is so cute. There they go.
yeah.
She's got a lot of babies to keep track of.
Tell me about it, right?
Hopefully
But
they
they're
got
all
to their-
staying close, though.
Yeah, hopefully they got to their destination.
Aw.
Thank you for starting your morning with us on News 8 Now. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.